Hello, my name is Gino, and today I will be reporting my findings from my career interview with my mom. My mother has been a public school teacher for over 30 years now, and she loves every single day of it. She currently is a second grade teacher and has been teaching second grade for over 8 years now. She inspires me to become a teacher, and I specifically want to be a science teacher due to my love in STEM. After work today, I sat down with her and I asked her a series of questions which surrounded the concept of communication. The first question I asked her were how many students does she have, to really get a feel for how many voices are in the classroom at once. She answered 17 students. I then asked what she considered to be her strengths and weaknesses in her classroom. She said, some strengths in my classroom involve classroom discipline, fun learning environment to engage all students, and empathy and patience are key in an effective and engaging classroom presence. Some weaknesses involve working unpaid overtime, but due to my mother's drive and determination, she rises above and is one of the leading teachers at her school. I understandably agreed with what she had said, because I have seen my mom come home late because she's been busy at work all day long. Then I asked what type of communication she uses in her classroom and why. Verbal, nonverbal, digital, listening, group communication, public communication, or mass media communication were all choices. She replied, verbal is used mostly in the classroom, which involves communicating with students and other faculty on a day-to-day basis. She also told me that she has a jar of ice cream sticks with students' names on it that she pulls when asking a question. Students then have to speak aloud and answer the question in front of the class. Forms of nonverbal communication involve when students are passing and or meeting their accelerated reader goals. Their names will then be featured on a board that shows their achievements. So writing down names to show others' success is a great way to inspire other students to try their best as well. Digital communication usually happens when dealing with parents of the students. They have a certain app that allows for all teachers of the student's school to interact and talk with parents when needed. Students also have Chromebooks in class, which allows them to learn and type and write on computers. Listening is what she said to be used second most in the classroom, because since she's a teacher, the students listen to her, teach, and engage students on subjects. Group communication is used by having the student in rows gather up and learn together. She also told me students often collaborate in small groups together because collaboration is key to student success in learning. For public communication, my mom has often presented during teacher trainings due to her expertise in her profession. This involves her presenting to other teachers within her school district and teaching them the fastest and greatest teaching strategies. And when asked about mass media, she replied, mass media is not used in her class, since the students are around the ages of 7 and 8. She leaves it up for the parents of the students to discuss that. My third question was what specific communication skills do you rely most in a day-to-day work? She replied, verbal communication is by far used mostly in the class. My fourth question related with conflict resolution, which I was excited to hear her answer, hence she is my mother. My question was, tell me a story of how you used communication to solve a problem or overcome a challenge in the classroom. She answered, she never yells or raises her voice because she doesn't want to show anger towards any students. She will usually pull students away from other students to have a one-on-one talk and speak to them calmly about the importance of being a good listener and learner. After gathering information from my mother, I learned that teaching is not going to be easy and in fact a lot of hard work. However, seeing how happy and fulfilled my mom gets from teaching is going to be worth it. Verbal communication is expected to be used in a classroom, but it was enlightening to learn about all the other forms of communications that my mother used in her classroom. And this directly connects to what we've learned in class because learning more about other forms of communication is eye-opening because it allows us to recognize certain forms of communication and the importance as to why someone else might use those forms. Thank you.